What's up, guys? It's Matt. Today is Tuesday, January 17th, and it is my first day of school. So, heading out right now. It's about 20 after 7. I usually my classes don't start till 8:30 in the morning, but I usually leave my house early because A, I don't know what traffic's like, and B, parking on the first day of school, even though you're getting there at like 8 o'clock, is still a pain in the butt. So, sorry I still haven't done the video on books. I'm actually still waiting on one of my books. It's been a little, basically it's kind of my fault. I ordered the books from Amazon, 3 of them from the marketplace at the same time, and they all had the same estimated delivery date of January 20th. And that's fine. I figured I can go a couple of days without a book when school starts, knowing full well that it was going to throw off my ideal video schedule. But 2 of the books came like last week, so it was great. I'm like, okay, cool. And then the other one actually got into town, according to the tracking, at like 11 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. That's all fine, except for I knew yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I didn't realize our kind of space that USPS doesn't work. That's a federal holiday they have off. So I should be getting that last book today, and I'm going to try to sit down tonight since I don't have to be up early on Wednesday. So hopefully I can get that posted. So again, sorry guys. Normally I would have had that done or been a little more prepared with my books before the semester. But in my grand desire to save money, which I think I did fairly successfully this semester, it's worth it. So yeah, I was up kind of late. My wife knows when I'm nervous, because I fidget and I can't stop doing stuff around the house. Like I hit this panic mode and being like, you know what, there's not enough laundry done, or there's not dishes clean or something. So I'm running around like organizing and cleaning, and it's like 9:30 at night, and she's like, stop, what are you doing? Go calm down. So okay, so I got sad. And she's like, why are you nervous? You kept saying you weren't nervous. I'm like, well, I don't know, it's one thing to say you're not nervous, and then you start to get just like a little butterfly in your stomach. I told her I think part of it's, I don't know. I got all A's last semester, and I was so happy, and it's not that I didn't work hard to get all A's, but told her I don't know, I just kind of psyched myself out, like what if that was your peak and it's all downhill from there? Like that was the easiest semester, which, I mean, naturally a first semester of a program is usually the easiest. I mean, they're all tough, but in this semester we have pharmacology, and we're doing mechanical ventilation and diseases, and basic assessment. That's kind of our four primary classes. And I don't know, I guess one of our instructors last semester only taught the intro class, but he's kind of an old school style lecturer. So he's the kind of guy who has here's a 200 page slide PowerPoint presentation, and he's the kind of guy who, like, you want to record, not so much for the intro class, because I didn't find the recording very useful for that class, and then you're like scrambling to take notes off the slides, and then you're wanting to like either look at the slides, download them, or print them. And I'm not really into that because I don't like printing PowerPoints that are that long. I just find it's a waste of ink. So I don't know. He's actually teaching, I believe it's the Intro to Mechanical Ventilation class. They started changing our schedules around it. The website still shows my schedule showing that I don't have an 8:30 class, even though I know we have an 8:30 class because our email from our instructor said, "See you guys Tuesday at 8:30." So I'm a little worried about that because, I mean, that's an important class, and we really haven't had a really important class, I guess, yet from this particular instructor. So I'm a little nervous about that. The other 3 classes are taught by the other instructor who I really like his teaching method. You know, his guides are amazing. Like, he basically consolidates his PowerPoint presentations down to these guides, which are a little easier to follow and easier to take your notes on. And I really like it. It helps you focus your study too, because, you know, nothing's glossed over as mundane or unimportant. Yet at the same time, you know, you got to get the idea, hey, this is what we're going to test on. And when you're studying and you're looking at his guide, you can really formulate opinions on how he's going to ask the question, which isn't always a good thing. Sometimes it bites you in the ass. But, you know, I really enjoy it. And, you know, and he teaches the arguably tougher classes. You know, I mean, he taught A&P last semester, and he taught the basic therapeutics, and he's teaching pharmacology, you know, and he straight up told us with pharmacology, you know, I've said in the past, you know, sometimes you have instructors who can be a little cruel or mean about making answers a certain way, like if it's a multiple choice. And then he even admitted to us straight up in his pharmacology class, he's like, and arguably so, because it's a very important class, especially with drug calculations, you don't want to screw that up, kill somebody. But he was saying, yeah, you know, I'll give you guys a question, you'll be doing the calculation, and he'll give you like 4 or 5 answers, you know, A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, D, E. But he will make the 4 incorrect answers common possible outcomes for common mistakes in the math. So in other words, you know, if a common mistake is to not roll this decimal or not carry this number or not add it down right or something, that's going to be one of the answers, and you're going to think you're right as rain, especially if you've been practicing and you get a little confident in your work. Talked to my wife about that last night too. I said, you know, I'm nervous about that. I'm not bad at math. I'm actually really good at math, but, you know, she was like, hey, it's not tough math, just don't overthink it. You know, slow down. That's going to be my biggest challenge, I think, this semester, is to slow down and read the questions as we get into more, you know, less recall and more like critical thinking type exam questions. You know, she was saying that when she was in nursing school, I mean, drug calc and I don't know about pharmacology, but their drug calculation course was actually a separate course for them. You were required to get an A. If you didn't get an A in that class, like, you had to redo it. You didn't pass. So as I'm driving into the school right now, I'm calmed down a little bit. So it'll be exciting. Anyways, I'm going to cut this now because we're at almost 9 minutes on this drive, and I will pick up on my way home. I'll let you guys know how the first day went. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Matt. First off, I got some sweet new shades. It's the first day back, so you guys know there's always like booths for various club activities and all that fun kind of thing. So we had like an extended lunch today, so I'd walked over and spun a wheel at one of the booths, won these sweet blue shades with my school's logo on the side. So guys, first day back, kind of your standard. We covered a lot of syllabus today. Actually, in our intro to mechanical ventilation course, he actually did start to lecture a little bit. Basically, we looked at one slide about airway resistance, and we did a little activity where we like held our noses and he gave us all straws and we were breathing through straws. You know, basically kind of recovering from A&P last semester, the Passoys or Passays, however you pronounce that guy's name, his law about the reduction in airway diameter. So it's actually kind of cool to kind of get back into the thick of things with that anyway. But for the most part, we just covered the syllabus. Not a whole lot has changed from last semester in terms of how they kind of run things. We spent some quality time there at the end, though, today, talking specifically about our clinicals. Kind of just the little things like where should we park and this and that. As far as my clinical site went, I've kind of complained already about how they want us to park like a friggin' half-mile away. That's not, again, that's not a exaggeration. Like the place they want us to park, I Google mapped from there to the main entrance. This is where we're meeting the first day of clinicals tomorrow, and it is a half-mile exactly. Now, half-mile is not terrible. It's not necessarily in a great part of town, and I just don't want to have to walk half a mile. But we'll see. There are 2 parking garages we're allowed to park in. There's ways to get the parking validated, because it's actually like a pay-to-park type garage. Patients and visitors are allowed to get validated. Students are not necessarily allowed to, so we'll kind of see how that works, and then see what the actual rates are for parking, because I'm only there approximately 4 hours, 1 day a week for 16 weeks. So if it's not incredibly expensive, I'll just pay to park. I really, just consider it another cost. If I can get a receipt, I'll just write it off as a school expense. So, but yeah, I'm excited now. This semester is definitely going to be a little more intense. Mechanical ventilation and pharmacology, I think, are going to be the particularly tough classes. I think diseases is kind of slated to be an easier of the classes. And the basic assessment, I personally think it's going to be on the easier side, but I really don't know. Try to keep my expectations a little rounded here. Clinicals, it should just be really exciting. Just the chance to get into the hospital, as I've kind of... Alright, sorry guys, I got a phone call and it stops the video, which I had a feeling might happen, because I tried to call my wife before I started recording, so I figured she'd call me back, and that's okay, because that's what video editing is for. I really don't remember what I was talking about, probably ranting and raving like I usually do. So I'm excited for clinicals anyway. Got kind of parking figured out. We'll get all that straightened away, and I'll let you guys know how that goes tomorrow. Now, one gripe I do have, and this is not really, has no context in anything, because I haven't done a book video yet, but there was a book that I did not buy because we were kind of advised by a second year, like, hey, you don't need that book. I haven't used it at all. I haven't even opened it. Mine's brand new. We were informed today that we do need to buy that book. It is it's the drug calculations book. Basically we were told that not by an instructor, so I guess, it's take your information with a grain of salt, but we were told that basically wouldn't use it, and they would basically provide calculations you need. And then today, when people were asking about books for various classes, alright, I'm just gonna go, guys, sorry. we were basically asking about, because a lot of people, I guess, wound up buying the 3rd edition of our pharmacology book, which we're technically supposed to have the 4th, but the 4th edition book was super expensive because it came out in 2016, so even used, it was like crazy expensive. So I bought the 3rd edition, and it was only $35. So we'll see what happens there. If we're able to get away with that. I think we will. The drug calc book, I guess, hasn't changed. There's a 3rd edition, a 2nd edition of that book. Even our instructor, who basically was like, you absolutely have to have that book because I give assignments out of it, said pretty much straight up that, hey, you can buy the 2nd edition of that book. So that's what I'll probably do, try to find it. I think the 3rd edition I found for like under $50. So we will see if I can maybe score a 2nd edition for maybe less than that, because I'm all about saving that money. Yeah, but otherwise, guys, first day of class went well. Everyone who has already started classes, or started class today, or starts class soon, guys, enjoy it, take care. I had a good first day. Everyone buckle down for your next semester. Hopefully all goes well for you as it has for me. Anyone doing their first clinicals rotations like me, good luck. Be pumped. Remember, listen more than you talk, and be nervous. Don't be overconfident, because now it's the real deal. Those are real patients. They're not dummies in a lab. And listen to your clinical instructors, because they're going to know a heck of a lot. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to go home and try to make this video make sense with the weird cut in the middle. And I will talk to you guys soon.